ومعنا الأخ فرناندو. تفضل أستاذ محمد، وجه إليها الأسئلة.
وأظنه يجي يسمع، قد سمعك،
أهلا
نفس
أستاذ
السؤال وهو
فرناندو.
سوف يجيب له بالعربية.
أستاذ فرناندو أهلا بك.
الو good evening. مساء الخير.
كيف أحوالك؟
الحمد لله أستاذ دكتورة. Hello Mr. Mohammed, how are you?
أهلا بك، الله يسلمك. كالعادة نحن كل أسبوع نعمل مؤتمر استقصائي تقييمي. الهدف هو يعني مساعدة المجلس الرئاسي لسماع آراءنا وآراء النخب وآراء الكثير منهم خارج السلطة الرئاسية، سلطة المجلس الرئاسي، إن كان ذلك سيفيدهم في وضع الاستراتيجيات. كيف ترى أداء القيادة المجلس الرئاسي وتقييم أداء السلطة الشرعية بشكل عام بعيون غربية طبعا؟ يعني نريد أن نسمع منك من المنظور الدولي، كيف ترى ذلك؟
Thank you, Doctora. Thank you. Interesting points that Mr. Omar and others made, Mr. Nasser and others made. You know, I'm not being Yemeni allows me to have a little distance with this issue, right? So while Yemenis have this urgency, you know, the council needs to do this, we need to see this, we need to see that from the council. I am more in the view that the less bad things happen, the better for Yemen. So it's only been a month and a half, like Mr. Abu Muhammad mentioned. It's almost 2 months since the council was formed, and nobody can expect Rashad al-Alimi or Tariq or Aidarus or Mujali or Baksani or Abu Zara or anybody to fix not even the 10 years of Hadi, Abdul Rabbi Mansour Hadi, never mind the 30, 40 years, 4 decades of Yemen, right? The 32 years of Yemeni unity. So I think that, yes, by focusing on the issue of legitimacy, I think I said it last week, the last time we talked, by focusing on the issue of legitimacy, it's interesting because the council is unprecedented. It's not constitutional. It wasn't in the Gulf Cooperation Initiative. Nobody voted these guys in. The whole controversy of who appointed them, between Mohammed bin Salman and Mohammed bin Zayed, and the role that the Western powers played, excuse me, whether it was Britain, the US, the European Union, the UN. The issue of legitimacy is definitely at the center. But I think at a time of war, when the other actor fighting for legitimacy is a non-state actor, a militia that conducted a coup d'etat, that threshold for legitimacy, you know, the standard for legitimacy is seriously minimal, right? I think Rashad al-Alimi is trying to create legitimacy by staying in Aden, by being different than Abdul Rabbi Mansour Hadi, right? By being different than Hadi's government. I see this as a problem because, again, Rashad al-Alimi, with all due respect, he's not the president of Yemen. He's the chairman of the council. Yeah. And so if he eventually is appointed president of Yemen, like legally, it would be something different. we don't know where this council is going, right? We don't know if it's 6 months, if it's a year, if it's 10 years like Abdurrahman. We don't know if this council is going to morph, to evolve into something different. I don't believe that Rashad al-Alimi has the ambition of being, quote unquote, the president of the Republic of Yemen. I know people around him, and he is busy being the head of this council, meaning maneuvering, balancing, creating an environment to work. And this council, more so than Hadi, I think, it is fully dependent on the coalition, unfortunately. And they have to balance the relations with the UN envoy, who wants to keep pulling the council toward the office of the UN envoy. So if you remember 2012, when bin Omar was in Sana'a, after Hadi, between November 2011 and the election of February 2012, bin Omar was basically portrayed as a person running the country, right? Running the political system, because he was always running to Abdurrahman's house, to the parties, the Mushtarak, to al-Mu'tamar with Salah or Kurbi or others. And in the time of Hadi being in Riyadh, it was a little bit different. And I think, as I mentioned it in more than one of our conversations before, the UN, the Secretary General, the UN envoy are really concerned with the possibility that they might be completely marginalized in this peace process, that someone somewhere will propose a different path that excludes the UN envoy's office. And that's bad news for the UN. And this is why Hans Grundenberg is so strongly focused on the ceasefire thing. The ceasefire doesn't do anything for the Majlis when it comes to legitimacy. The legitimacy for the council comes with delivery of services. So we see the protest in Aden about salaries and electricity. We see the protest in Sayun, Mukalla, and for electricity. Therefore, the council, Lamlas, we see the governor of Aden moving on I still don't know where he's going with this review of private projects in Aden, right? But because he has more power today as a minister, he's a minister of the cabinet now, he's not just the governor of Aden. So he is really trying to find a way to expand his legitimacy. And how is that then going to go upward to the council? The council it's the summer, council needs to deliver electricity to Aden, the capital. So people have air conditioning at least 5 hours in the afternoon when people are home. They already tried to stabilize the currency. Inflation needs to be addressed. The port, I've said it a million times, that the traffic into Aden port needs to expand. So more imports come in. This will help inflation.
Okay, Fernando, you did talk last week also about what the services that people are waiting for, but maybe because you missed maybe the introduction of Dr. Nadine Al-Mauri. I'm going to get back to Dr. Nadine, but before I want to ask if anybody here wants translation of what was said. الكلام مفهوم ولا هل تحتاج نترجم باختصار ما قاله فرناندو؟
ممكن تعطي ملخص أو اختصار ما قاله فرناندو.
فرناندو تقريبا كرر نفس النقاط اللي كنا قد تحدثنا عنها في المرة الماضية، وتركز على الشرعية بالنسبة للمجلس وقضية الشرعية، مع أنه كان قد تجاوزنا هذه النقطة، وكرر هو علاقة الأمم المتحدة ومحاولة المكتب المبعوث الأممي أن يسحب الملف ويبقي ملف الحلول للقضية اليمنية عبر أطر الأمم المتحدة، وعدم السماح لأي محاولات إقليمية منفردة أن تكون هي المؤثر الرئيسي في إيجاد الحل. هذه الإشكاليات على المجلس الرئاسي أن يتعامل معها، لكن فرناندو أيضا قال من نظرته كشخص من خارج بيشوف أنه الوقت لا زال بدري، وأنه إحنا مستعجلين على طلبات اللي نتوقعها من المجلس. وسؤالي لفرناندو سيعود يجيب عليه لاحقا، لكن